Hello everybody, Joan here. Out for a walk. We left a little later today than we normally do. And car coming up behind us. And I was listening to the book Florence Scovel Shinn. And before I left, I've been listening to that this morning. So interesting. And I catch my breath saying "and" a lot this morning. Okay, so listening to Florence Scovel Shinn, Game of Life. I just love that book. I have been reading it again and listening to it. It's such a good book, but I want to talk to you about, in one of the chapters, it talks about finances and stuff, and the book itself talks a lot about our thoughts, choosing how we see things, how we think about things. Our thoughts matter, right? I've been telling you that for a while. And in this book, in this part that I was listening to, was talking about finances and our thoughts on finances. And it talks about decluttering. And it talks about how you feel about you. Get rid of anything that makes you feel poor. Anything that makes you feel, if you're putting something on and you don't feel rich in it, then don't put it on. As you can tell, I did my hair. And it really makes me, when I do color in my hair, like I did different colors today. Or not today, but yesterday. And when you do something that makes you feel rich, you are going to create that back to you. You're going to bring that back, right? You're going to attract that. That's what you're attracting. Finances, rich, feel rich. If you don't feel rich, there's no possible way you could be rich. So wear clothing that make you feel rich. Wear the hairstyle that makes you feel rich. The colors that make you feel rich and abundant. The jewelry, if it's jewelry that you like. Whatever it is that makes you feel rich, start wearing that. Start choosing that. Up to you on what it is, because everybody's different. Not everybody would like to have my hair color, but I love it. I think it's awesome. It makes me feel rich. Makes me feel abundant and fairy-like. When you start believing you can have, then you can have. When you stop limiting yourself with, I don't know where I'm going to get it. I don't know where it's coming from. It's not possible. Lack, limitations, all that. When you stop talking those, when you start feeling abundant, when you start allowing yourself to be abundant, then, I have to grab this leash again, then that's when you're going to see more abundance. And in Florence Scovel Shinn's book, The Game of Life, that's one of the things is that she talks about, is not only choosing your thoughts to be more abundant, but also choosing how you wear things, your clothing that you wear, the hairstyle, everything matters. The apartment that you live in, the blankets that you sleep in, where you sleep, all of it is important. So get yourself to a point where you are living abundance. Living abundance now, because it's important to who you are and to what you're doing and what you want to attract to you. A guy came by and down there, the car, as I was recording, so I thought he wanted to ask me a question, but he didn't. He stopped and then just went past, so I don't know what he's looking for. But anyways, abundance. How you feel about you one of the stories she used was that a lady was looking for an apartment in the worst possible time to look for an apartment. And she wanted to, all her friends were telling her, you know, it's a bad time, you're probably going to have to put everything in storage, and come on, buddy, and you'll never find a place, and she had a desire to go and buy furniture, hang on a sec, or no, a blanket, to go buy a blanket, and she knew that that was an indication she had to go buy the blanket so that she could have what she wanted. Full knowledge that she wasn't going to have to put anything in storage and that she was going to end up with the right place that she was going to live. So she did. She bought the blanket and sure enough got the apartment with 200 other applicants. She was the one who got it because she had no fear. She knew that this was hers to have. And a similar thing with, even with Louise Hayes, she did a similar thing with her landlord when she was moving from New York to California. And she was wanting to leave her apartment and leave all her furniture because she didn't want to take it with her and she didn't want to sell it separately. So when she told her and everybody that talked to her about her landlord that she was living, where she was living then in New York, nobody got along with him, but she always knew she got along with her landlord. She always made it clear, I always get along with my landlord. And she put it out there that she was going to have no problem getting rid of her furniture and that her landlord was going to be okay with her leaving the apartment and they were going to leave on good terms. And and sure enough, what happened was, if you ever listened to Louise Hay's story, is her landlord was sorry to see her go, but wanting to write her up a really nice recommendation. And he wanted to buy all her furniture and she could stay in her apartment and with all her furniture until she left because he wanted to start renting it furnished. So many wonderful things can happen to you. So many things that you put out there in finances, if you believe it, if you know it's possible, if you start living the law of attraction, the law of karma, the law of whatever you want to call it, if you start living with the knowledge that you can have whatever it is you want to have, you can be whoever it is you want to be, you just need to put yourself to fully believing in it and get rid of those doubts. And you know what? Sometimes those doubts come in and they're sneaky, but as soon as you notice them, get rid of them. And don't hold on to them like, why am I still feeling this? Why am I still doing that? Why am I still, all that stuff? Instead of that, figure out how to change it real fast. And then don't look back. Keep going, no, I'm thinking this way. This is the way I'm thinking. I know that everything's working out for me. I know that if this is going to happen, it's supposed to be happening for me, and it's going to work out for me. That's the way I like it. That's the way I want it. That's the way it is. The law is the law. That's just it. So start believing. Put on your fancy clothes. Don't just wear them for fancy. I bought this dress a couple years ago, and it's a really pretty dress, but I don't wear it. I never wore it because it was all white. And so I said, well, it's a really pretty dress. I bought it for a reason, obviously, but it's not really me. I wouldn't wear it like just out any time. And then I decided I'm going to do something. I'm going to color it. So I did. I colored it and I made it this beautiful dress. And when I put it on, I feel rich, I feel amazing. And I would wear it anywhere instead of just wearing it, out to a special occasion or whatever, right? Which the white one I probably wouldn't have anyways, because I've been on special occasions and still didn't wear it. But to put a little bit of me in it made it so much more, and now it feels amazing. Now when I wear it, it's amazing. It's an amazing dress and I love it. I love the style. I just didn't like all white, and so once I changed it, then I made it even better for me and made me feel rich. Made me feel rich. Oh, there's my new neighbor. Hi, new neighbor. And it's all a matter of, like, get rid of the stuff that makes you feel unrich. Get rid of the clutter. Get rid of the clothes that you're not going to wear just because they're there. Get rid of the ones that don't make you feel rich, and get clothes that make you feel rich. Don't worry about where the money's coming from. It'll always be there. It's going to be there. You know, just go and have fun. Just don't save for a rainy day, because today's the only day that matters. So go have fun with yourself. Go do something and know that the money's coming back. Financially, you are okay. You are okay. And if you believe it, if you keep believing it, and you keep telling your word, keep changing your thoughts to the ones that you want, knowing that everything's working out for you, knowing that everything's okay, and knowing that you're going to have, everything's going to work out for you. And that's the most important, because you're worth it. Make an amazing day, everybody.